There have been some pretty crazy moments in playoff history. The helmet catch, wide right, the comeback. But 1999 was a truly special year, as it wasn't just one moment. There were four increasingly absurd events expertly manufactured by the NFL scriptwriters. And that's not even covering the regular season, where you had Barry Sanders' abrupt retirement, the Browns returning to Cleveland, and Kurt Warner's MVP season out of nowhere. Let's take a look at one of the craziest playoff runs in recent memory. It would start in the AFC wildcard game, Buffalo at Tennessee. The Bills kicked a field goal to go up 16-15 with 16 seconds left. Special teams coach Alan Lowry and head coach Jeff Fisher looked at each other. Home run throwback. I came across two versions as to how this play came to be. The first was that Lowry had it at the back of his playbook for about 17 years before he finally used it. In 1982, he saw SMU beat Texas Tech with a 91-yard kickoff return in the final seconds where a lateral was thrown. The other story says Fisher got it from a 1982 Cal-Stanford game where Cal won in the final seconds with 5 laterals, dubbed the play. Either way, it was a play they ran through every week, although the play expects a squib kick. On this occasion, the Bills kicked it high and short, but it would still work.
Going to be fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25. Pitches it back to Wycheck. He throws it across the field to Dyson.
He's got something.
30,
He's got
40,
something.
50,
He's got it.
40,
He's got it.
20, 10.
He's got it.
End zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle.
A miracle it was, because it was almost reversed. Kevin Dyson, who received the ball, was the third option. The other two players were injured, so Dyson had not practiced this play and almost botched it by getting in front of Frank Wycheck. If he wasn't on the line, it would have been a forward pass and therefore illegal, although some people still believe it's a forward pass, but that's a debate for another day. The Titans would go on to beat the Colts, then the Jags, and end up in the Super Bowl against the Rams. But before we get to that Super Bowl, which had its own moment, there is more craziness to unpack. The Jags faced off against the Miami Dolphins in the AFC divisional round. They finished the season with the best record in the league at 14-2, although they were doubted, as many claim they had an easy schedule, only playing a winning team twice, the Titans, and losing to them on both occasions. They would destroy the Dolphins, however, 62-7, in what would be Dan Marino's last game, and the largest margin of victory in playoff history in the Super Bowl era. They coasted that game and were able to score 38 points in less than 20 minutes, subbing in backups before the Dolphins could even complete a pass. They'd faced their biggest challenge against the Titans, again. And yeah, nothing crazy happened this game, but they lost. The other championship game, however, the Rams vs the Bucks, would have some drama just to spice this playoff run a bit more. The 1999 NFC title game, the birth of did he catch it controversies. Bert Emanuel, receiver for the Tampa Bay Bucks, would catch this pass. After what looked like a catch, and the side judge ruling it a catch, a timeout was called and the players regrouped. But while on the sideline strategizing what play to draw up, the ref came over to tell them the last play was going to be reviewed. The call was then overturned and the Bucks would go on to lose. As Emmanuel went to the ground, the ball made contact with the turf, but he had control of the ball the whole time. It would become the first of many did he catch it debates. The Rams would move on to the Super Bowl to face the Titans. In their first year as the Tennessee Titans, they were already in the Super Bowl, and the Rams, one of the most prolific offenses ever, were led by former grocery store clerk, as well as arena football and NFL Europe star Kurt Warner. The game itself would come down to 1 yard. The Titans had beat the Rams 24-21 in Nashville earlier that season, so despite being the underdogs, they were confident. Down 23-16, the Titans had 88 yards to go with just 1 minute and 54 seconds left. Steve McNair actually managed to complete a pass on this wild play that would have gone down in the history books if the Titans won. With 2 linemen swarming him, he somehow managed to stay upright and complete this pass. But to the main event. At the 10-yard line with 6 seconds left, Kevin Dyson catches the ball on a slant. Overtime is in sight. The man who also scored during the Music City Miracle. But the undrafted linebacker Mike Jones had other plans. With no timeouts left, that was it, 1 yard short. So that was a wild ride. The 1999 season was special.